The next one is alignment and harmony. We are all being disconnected from each other. Even these elites want to start getting society reporting crimes on itself. Obama's starting to say that, we want you to report your neighbor if they're committing any crime. It's like, okay, BP, like CEOs, I'd like to report them crimes. In Canada, I've heard that that's what they're doing too, is putting billions of dollars into creating a jail that can actually house every Canadian in Canada, and then they want to start paying citizens for reporting crimes on each other. So my neighbor could report a crime on me and just put me in jail. But can we report politicians? Can we get them in jail? Can we get the police in jail? Because I know that they're committing a hell of a lot of crime. But will we ever see them in jail? No. So while they're doing that, what they're trying to do is break up the alignment that we have with each other. They want us to turn against each other. It's like this doctor. It's like, is he part of, against these elites, or is he for them? It's like, right now you're going to be picking a side. What side do you want to be on? The side that overcomes this global collapse? Or do you want to be part of that game? When we see each other fighting against each other, then we've lost the battle. The elites have won. That's their goal, is to get them to fight against each other. So we have to have an alignment. You have to, instead of see that everybody is against you, you have to see, you actually have to feel, I'm in total alignment with the right people to make the right things happen. Just like you're in alignment with everything that created everything that's wrong, you're perfectly connected. This is the matrix. And the matrix that you envision is the connections that make everything that's wrong. These elites are not that powerful. The only thing that they're powerful enough is to control your thoughts, that control your actions to do what it is they want you to do. But a new matrix is a different alignment with people that see a completely different vision. So this is a good feeling to feel, because you feel so detached from humanity that when you get addicted to the thoughts of, no, I'm well connected, then your reality will confirm that. Then you'll start seeing where you are connected with other people. The next one is love and happiness. This is like an easy one to sort of see, that the elites work on this one more than anything. Do you feel love in your heart right now? Do you feel happy while there's a global collapse crushing down? Are you happy? Can you feel happy while all this shit's going down? It's just an illusion. It's just somebody manipulating you to feel not happy. But can you remember a time? When did you feel happy? Can you get addicted to those happy thoughts? Because you know what, when we need to make a plan, when we need to see how to unfold a different solution, you can't be angry in a room, because if you put 100 angry people in a room, do you think that there's any conversation going on? Do you think that we're using our intuition effectively to come out with the best solutions while everybody's angry? No. You gotta actually be happy. You actually have to love your neighbor. You actually have to love your world. So you have to get addicted to those feelings. And yes, drinking water is a reminder to get your thoughts on, no, I don't want to be pissed off, I'd rather be happy. I do it. I'm happy. I drink out of these bottles every day. And it does not mean that I'm doing nothing. It means that my role, my purpose, was to do this research and share it. So I'm sharing it. Created a YouTube, get up every day, post videos, offering information. Whether anybody wants this information is not my business. All my business is, am I happy? What am I doing to change my world? And I'm offering information that I've gathered from my research. I can't do anything else. I ain't picking up no gun and shooting nobody. I ain't about to get angry at other people. You know, like, this is the only solution that comes to my mind as to what my purpose is. What I do is not going to be the same thing as what everybody else does. Your intuition will guide you down your path. Don't be guided down my path. Just get these intentions, these emotional state of being, and then start listening to yourself, and you'll come up with better ideas. We need to create alternatives, like the police. You know, everybody, the only jobs that you're ever going to get now are going to be government jobs that protect the criminally insane. So if you want to feed your family, then you'll take these government jobs that will go against family and create, you know, even more hell. So you need to take those jobs away and create other jobs. And there is so much potential available. So many other directions to go into. This is not like there's no work to do. There's a ton of work that needs to be done. There's a ton of opportunity, but we have to see that opportunity and take that opportunity instead of still staying the same old game. And a lot of it is you know, George Clooney and Brad Pitt and, you know, people that have way too much wealth and think that they're solving any problems, and they're really not. They have zero interest. Like, they do have an interest in solving problems. They're just going down a completely wrong path because they're still got this greedy mind going on. But if these people that actually, you know, have money, like Oprah, there's another one, you know, you got all of this money, you say you want change, why is it you're not funding good, positive change? We have free energy. Oprah can fund free energy. It'd put a lot of people back to work. How come she doesn't fund that? I know of toxic waste systems that can transform all toxic waste into pure, clean energy. We're seeing fluorescent green in many rivers. I've seen it here in Kelowna, where a lot of toxins in a fire got into the river and changed it fluorescent green. Now I'm seeing a lot of videos where this is happening all over. Fracking is going all over the place. That's destroying your ground, that your food grows in, and the water that you drink out of is getting poisoned. Guess what? There's opportunity there to clean up all of that friggin' poison. How come none of these job opportunities are not getting funded? Because they would clean the planet up. And we don't. We have a death wish. We want to destroy the planet. So the next one that I use is accepting and allowing. Basically, because as soon as something happens that gets your emotional state going, you know, like, oh, somebody just said a word, or I just watched a video, and then all of a sudden my emotional state is pissed off. You need to have a constant accept and allow. Okay, this looks like it's a really bad thing, but what's good about it? If you can accept and allow things that happen in your life, just enough time for you to remain calm so that you can see something completely different. At all times, there is negative and positive happening at both times. That is the parallel world. If you want to focus on something that's negative, you'll build on that. But in that one negative event, there is an opportunity for you. There is something positive. But you have to sit back. You have to have that calmness in you. You have to have that accepting and allowing. Okay, this feels really negative, but what's good about it? If you are in that peaceful, loving, gratitude, you have all of these other intentions. It all works together. But if you have all of that together, along with accepting and allowing and asking, okay, in how many ways is this a good thing? Then you'll see the opportunity that works for you. So that's a really important one. These are all the feelings that I had while I was making the impossible happen. All the time, all the time. That's the one thing that was in common with every single one of these. The last one is confidence and certainty. You won't get nothing done unless you feel confident about yourself. The elites do, and they want you doubting yourself. But as long as you got confidence and you are certain in whatever you do, no matter what people say. That's what I do on my channel. I get a lot of people saying I'm a nut bar. I don't really give a shit. It does not matter because I know this shit works. It is extremely powerful stuff. Just use your water. Put those intentions on your water. Drink it every freaking day, but every time you take a drink, look at it and say, okay, well, what's the intention that's on that bottle? And just even for 1 second, feel what it feels like to feel that intention. And if you do that every single day, if you build up on it, you will build an addiction that your brain will make the chemicals that you will just get addicted to it. And within 21 days, you'll see a life change. Every 21 days that you do this, your life will constantly change over and over and over again. And it's free. You could do this at home. Get yourself some water bottles. Use your own friggin' tap water. Don't be scared of the pollution now because you have to get into this. I drink out of the same friggin' bottles. I just wash them out. But these bottles now are probably a good 6 months old, and I drink out of them every friggin' day, and I'm healthy. Illness is not what you think it is. We are manipulated so much by thought, and it's like, can you control your thoughts? Can you control your emotions? You think you can't, but have you ever tried? Because if you can get control over what you think about, if you can control how you feel, get really, really pissed off and see if you can feel really loving in that same second. Does it feel impossible? Yeah. But is it impossible? No. It is very much possible to shift state of being, but it takes practice. And the more you can get control over your state of being, we win over these elites. The biggest key to all of this is transforming problems into solutions. This water that I've showed you now will only shift your brain into controlling what you feel like. The biggest thing that we need to do is learn how to transform problems into solutions. Otherwise, this is nothing more than being the love and being the peace, which doesn't do anything. You actually have to know how to transform your problems into its solutions. Otherwise, none of this would work. So I'm thinking tomorrow I will start doing a book review off of this holodynamics, because I see a lot of people not even going in that direction to study this stuff. This guy should be winning a Nobel Peace Prize. He does have a little bit of his own insanity because he doesn't believe his own work, which I'll point out as I go through every chapter. But I'm thinking of focusing more on doing a book discussion on every one of his books, because this is the most amazing information that I've found. It put all of the pieces of a puzzle together. Maybe because I've done so much other research that once I got to this, it's sort of like, oh, made more sense to me. It may not make as much sense to people that just jump into it without doing as much research as I have outside of this information. But it's an interesting perspective if anybody wants to hear what I've got to say. I am not responsible for changing the whole friggin' planet. We all individually have to. And this is only my idea that I'm not really seeing anything other than name calling that says this is, won't work. I haven't seen anybody try it. I haven't seen anybody even challenge why it won't work. It's just name calling. So is name calling and just your words of no, this won't work, is that the only thing that would stop you from trying something completely different? Especially if this is what's being used against you. Just turn it around. Do what was done to you and do it back. Put out some subliminal messages that they can't control. They do not want this out there. The Dragon's Den made sure that you see this as a negative thing. It's the stupidest nut bar thing. Why? Why do wealthy people don't want you to go down this path? Why is it they don't want you to have this information and make it look as dumb as possible? Because they lose control. The game is over if you understand this stuff, and that's why they don't want you to know this stuff. Peace out.